The following is an Ellwood City Sports production.
Two to the right. Quick pass out there to Dom Ho. He gets up to the 50-yard line. He's got blockers down. He goes, makes a man miss. He's got the first down. Does a little wiggle all the way. He's still on his feet. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown! Hand off to Partridge. Tucks it in the left hand. He's up the left side, and he's going to go all the way. At the 10, the 5, touchdown! 4th and 15. It's all down to this. Back to pass. Give and chase. Throws it out there, and he's hit. He's short of the line again. He's short of the line again.
With the free kick. Nice header by Keystone Oaks. But taken there by Huth.
Shot on net.
And it's a goal!
Puts it up, and down it goes. That's the game! Playoff win for the Wolverines. Inbound to Caleb serving. Yes! It's gone! Shoots it. It's over! The boy is over! The Wolverines win!
Left side field, chasing his left fielder. It's going to go all the way out of the ballpark. A home run. Contact there, deep, sending back the center fielder up to the fence line. A base hit there for Luke Raleigh. She will turn and go to third on the triple. Good evening, Ellwood City sports fans. Welcome into North Allegheny High School here as we have WPIAL Quarterfinals 3A High School Softball here on Ellwood City Sports. It's your Ellwood City Wolverines taking on the McGuffey Highlanders. Brad Windhorst here for Ellwood City Sports alongside my dad, Dave Windhorst, helping out with the camera crew as we have a great setup here as we are just jumping right into things. Quick turnaround here. This game is the third event of the evening, so we do appreciate you guys tuning in. It's a quick little turnaround of a triple header here throughout the day. First pitch there called a strike for the Wolverines. Number 24, Amber McQuistion, we'll talk about here as we progress through this one. Second pitch up high, we'll even that count one apiece. Again, we've seen a lot of softball and baseball games being played here. And that's known for North Allegheny as that one is fouled back over the home dugout, the left side here, technically the right from home plate. That'll run the count to 1 and 2. This game was slated for 7 o'clock. When you have a triple header, expect a little bit of a delay. That one punched through the gap here into the right side here. And that'll be a base hit here right off the bat for the McGuffey Highlanders. We'll go through their lineup as this one progresses through to get you caught up. So up next for McGuffey, that's number 10, the shortstop, Courtney Bedallion. Bedallion batting .238 on the season for McGuffey. Scoreboard is to our left, tucked away, so we don't really have a scoreboard to rely on, so we cannot miss a single pitch here. That one swung on and makes the count, I believe, now even 1-1. Here's the pitch from McQuistion, hit there, and once again fouled down the right side now. Again, things a little bit different here up in the booth. Do apologize for the quick turnaround as Not really much that we can do here, but we're trying our best to keep things rolling through, as that one is struck pretty hard. Comes to center field. A great catch by the center fielder for the Wolverines, Alexis Beck, for the first out of the game.
Batting third for McGuffey, the pitcher, number 22, Miley Main.
So up next for the McGuffey Highlanders is number 22, Miley Main. Pitcher here, the opposite opponent for Amber McQuistion on the mound. First pitch swing there, fouled right back. Makes the count 0-1. One pitch here from Amber McQuistion. That one contact, perfect play by the third baseman. That is number 14, Kaylee Palumbi, making the catch there, and quickly another out. So after that leadoff base hit into left field, McQuistion back-to-back outs. So that'll bring up the second baseman, number 21, Sydney Brzezinski. First pitch right there on the outside edge, not called, so ball one. Both these teams in 3A. McGuffey Section 3, Ellwood Section 2, the number 4, number 5 seeded teams. Pitch there, fouled off straight back, makes the count even 1-1. We'll get to all the starting lineups and all the extra information here as we slowly progress through. Again, this is one of 3 games being played here for Lawrence County teams, basically. That one down low makes the count now 2-1. And we do have updates for some scores and results for the 3A bracket. We already know who the opponent will be for one of these 2 teams. That one fouled off yet again to first baseline. Makes the count now even 2-2. South Park, the number 1 seed, did defeat Avonworth, the 8th seed, 2-0. Pitch there, contact back up the middle here to the first baseman, makes the catch. That is number 25, Riley Prestapine. So just like that, a 1-2-3 inning. Amber McQuistion, after giving up the first hit of the inning, gets through it.
One base hit and 1 runner stranded for the Lady Highlanders.
So we'll head to the bottom of the first here. We'll stay here and we'll talk a little bit more about this matchup here. Again, folks, you're watching Ellwood City Sports here, www.ecwolverines.com for all your Wolverines needs, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We have a lot of different things, a lot of moving parts to make this happen throughout the evening. We'll talk about those kind of different things here. Again, we'll talk about the final standings of the 3A Section 2 MAC Conference. Mohawk, Ellwood, Avonworth, and Hopewell, all representatives of the teams that made it. Hopewell, unfortunately, did lose to McGuffey. Avonworth lost today, so the 2 remaining teams are Ellwood and Mohawk, and both those teams are playing right now. We'll get you an update of that Mohawk game. Last time we checked, it was the 3rd inning. It was still 0-0. And if we're talking about the bracket, let's talk about it. Here it is, folks. This is the bracket. You can now officially move on. South Park, they defeated Avonworth 2-0, and you can move on Mount Pleasant. A come from behind. They were down, I believe it was 4-1 to Burrell, and they win and victorious 9-4 win over Burrell. So it'll be number 3 Mount Pleasant versus either Mohawk, Keystone Oaks, and number 1 South Park versus either Ellwood or McGuffey. We'll talk about the lineup here for McGuffey on your screen there. Pretty straightforward, I believe. That is what we predicted, and looks from afar, we are on point. Leading off was Nicole Klages, the catcher, Courtney Bedallion, Miley Main on the mound, Sydney Dobrinsky, Mara Janovich, Kaylee Franks, Juliana Rollward, Ellie Henderson, and Leanna Neff. Talk about the starting lineup here for the Wolverines. Leading us off here for Ellwood City, that is number 25, Riley Prestapine. Pitch there up high for ball 1. Riley has played everywhere you can think of, folks. Last year, she was the catcher. She was the part of the battery. She then slid to second base and just about 2 weeks ago, she slid to first base to take over that role. Again, a small roster here for Ellwood. When you're 12 deep and you got 2 injuries, you got 10 players to play 9 positions. Swing and a miss there, makes it count 1-1. They will take on Miley Main, number 22, the pitcher here for McGuffey. Last time out, she did really good stuff against Hopewell. 12 strikeouts in that game. Off-speed pitch, catches the corner and makes it now 1-2. These two teams very familiar for each other in terms of playing wise. They just played last year in this matchup. Different seeds, though. Swing and a miss for strike 3 by Prestapine for 1 out for Maine. Last year, these two teams, I believe Ellwood City was the 3 seed, taking on number 6 McGuffey at the time. So that'll bring up the second batter of this lineup, and that is Crystal Felino, the shortstop here. Again, one of those individuals that slid around. Crystal being played primarily at shortstop. She's played a couple times at second in the past. First pitch, swing and a miss there for strike 1. Oh, 1 count up high, makes the count now even 1-1. Miley Main comes into this matchup here. The pitching record here, pretty darn good numbers for Miley Main. A 9-6 record on the mound, and more importantly, a nice ERA of just 2.21 in 13 appearances. She's pitched over 73 innings. It's only given up 23 earned runs. More importantly, the ball-to-strike ratio, 30 walks, 71 strikeouts on the year. Pitch there, right there, apparently a little low. Makes count now even 2-2. As the sun has started to set here in western Pennsylvania. Beautiful weather, 89 some degrees here. Contact there, fouled off. First baseline foul territory has already seen 5 or so balls hit that way. Pitch there, off speed yet again, gets called for the 3rd strike. And there are now 2 gone for Ellwood City.
Batting 3rd for Ellwood City, the starting pitcher, number 24, Amber McQuistion.
So now batting for Ellwood City, that is Amber McQuistion, pitcher for the Wolverines, and no drop-off from pitching to batting-wise. She has been kind of the spark and the flame in the fire for the Wolverines, coming into play, batting a solid .515 on the year. She has 9 extra bases to add to it with 9. So that one is popped here to left field. Long play there. It's going to be a base hit double by Amber McQuistion. She'll slide into second there. That one just caught the end of the barrel, and it just popped fly and found a way to fall into no man's territory right here in third baseline. So it's going to be a base hit double for Amber McQuistion. So just like that, 1 batter. Ellwood is in scoring position on the plates. First pitch down low, and it gets away from the catcher. Nice awareness by McQuistion, though, to get back there at second. So at the plate for the Wolverines, that will be the center fielder, number 3, Alexis Beck. Gonna need some 2-out knock here, as we've seen against a couple teams in the past, defeating Avonworth in late game drama that we've seen. Back coming into play, batting .278, an average that has gone up the past couple of weeks. Here's the 1-1 count on Maine. Pitch there just outside for ball 2, so a 2-1 count here. We do have a score update on the final of the 4 quarterfinals as they go to the mid-6th inning. Mohawk is down 2-0 to Keystone Oaks. So a little surprise going on there at Seneca Valley High School as the number 2 seed Mohawk Warriors got to make something happen. 2 more innings to go. Here, though, we have a 2-2 pitch here coming from Maine. Punch there, just foul down that first baseline. So Beck will stay alive here for Ellwood City. Head coach for the Wolverines, that's Gary Rosansky. What can we talk about him taking over this program in his 21st season coaching here at Ellwood City? 2-2 pitch, punched yet again. This one fouled off that first baseline, and folks, that's 10. We'll count it. We'll make it 10 foul balls to that first baseline. So it's a little bit of a product of everybody being a little bit late on the pitch at home. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Up high, swing and a miss for strike 3. Wolverines do get a runner to second, but unfortunately they are shut down there as we head to the top of the second. We'll take a timeout here, folks, in a scoreless game between the Wolverines and the Highlanders here on Ellwood City Sports. All right, folks, welcome back here. We're about ready to start the second inning here. Leading off for McGuffey Highlanders. That is the first baseman, number 32, Mara Janovic. Swings at the first pitch there, 0-1. Right off the bat, another fast pitch there by McQuistion. Swung at strike 2, makes the count 0-2. Again, the winner of this team, or this game, will play the number 1 seed South Park Eagles on Wednesday, with everything to be determined, with weather obviously playing a factor going into this one. One-two pitch here, fouled straight back. Staying alive is Janovic. There's the lineup for McGuffey after Janovic. Franks, Ward, Henderson, and Neff. Pitch there, fly through the middle area here to the second baseman. Sorry, the shortstop. That'll be number 15, Crystal Felino, making the catch for the first out for the Wolverines.
Batting sixth for the Lady Highlanders, the left fielder, number 16, Callie Franks.
So up next is the left fielder, number 16, Callie Franks. This has kind of been the trend for games today, folks. If you've been watching all these games on Lawrence County Sports Network, NFHS Network, the whole works, a lot of these games, it's taken 3 to 4 innings for somebody to break through and make something happen. Nice solid pitching yet again by Amber McQuistion. She gets ahead 0-2. So quickly dealing here. Talking to Head coach Gary Rosansky as well as Rob Sedgwick just basically telling the entire team as they had to sit here for almost 2.5 hours plus waiting for this one to start. Just do your job. That one, screamer, left field. Almost took out a McGuffey fan here. She's looking back at home plate like, what are you doing? She prays to the skies to make sure that that does not happen again. 1-2 pitch, now fouled, hit to the opposite side. Nice catch there by number 10, the left fielder. Sorry, number 18, the left fielder, Taylor Hoffman. Great catch by the right fielder, Taylor Hoffman, for the second out. Again, folks, we're having to play backwards here with us being out in center field. Your lefts are now your rights are your lefts. So if you're confused like me, well, go to Game Changer. So I'll bring up number 23, the center fielder, Juliana Ward. Swing and miss there on the pitch. Want to say that makes the count 1-1 here. Fouled off yet again for the second strike here on Ward. 1-2 pitch from McQuestion. Outside edge missing there, makes the count even 2-2. About 7:50 local time here. 2-2 pitch from McQuestion up high, swing and a miss, strike 3. So quick innings and quick work here by Amber McQuestion and the Wolverines. We move on. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here from North Allegheny High School. All right, folks, welcome back here. We want to take a moment here and thank a couple of our sponsors from today's broadcast, the Windhorse family, Kelly, Matthew Lowther, John Biscup, Aurora Landscape and Design by Devin Hedspath, Morella Benzik's Law Firm by Matt Morella, Boker family, Biondi family, and Toman Funeral Home. We do appreciate you guys helping us make this happen today and as well as tomorrow. We got softball today here and then baseball at Pullman Park tomorrow. That one's slated for 6:30. No other games ahead of time, so come one, come all to the ballpark in Pullman Park. That one fouled back, makes the count 1-1. Big shout out to everybody here at North Allegheny Athletics. Folks, when we're talking about several games going on, they've got baseball games, softball, and I believe some kind of either field hockey or lacrosse going on over at the football stadium as well, maybe even soccer. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but they got a little bit of everything going on. Kylie Levere here looking to get on. Fortunately, she did go. That'll make the count now 2-2 on Levere. Kylie Levere moving just like Prestapine around the different locations. She will now take over at the catcher position pretty much all season long. 2-2 count. See if it misses. They're going to call it just miss. So our first full count of the day. Head coach Gary Rosansky gives her instructions here on the third baseline. A 3-2 pitch from Maine. Down low for ball 4, so that'll put Kylie Levere, one of the seniors on the team, at first base now.
Batting sixth for Ellwood City, the third baseman, number 14, Kaylee Palombi.
So that'll bring up number 14, third baseman Kaylee Palombi, batting 188 on the season. Coming into play with 8 RBIs as we head closer to the bottom of the lineup here for the Wolverines. Kind of been the trend today where the team that struck first seemed to get away. And they're going to call them out at first. Wow. Kylie Levere took a little bit of a lead there, and umpire there at first base calls her out. So nice pick there from the catcher back to first base. Pitch there, called right down the middle for strike 1, as that'll bring up second baseman number 2, Kara Kreitzer. Sorry, my apologies. It's still Palombi. Called strike yet again. So 1-2 count here on Palombi. One-two pitch from Maine. Struck there through the middle here. Once again, fouled off to the first baseline dugout. That is where the Wolverines are located. They are the higher seed today. The number 4 seeded team. So 1-2 pitch from Maine again. That one just missing on the outside edge. Makes the count even 2-2. Struck right through the middle. This one's going to drop for a base hit. Comes back in quickly, but a base hit single there by number 14, Palombi. She'll take over at first base. So a little mistake there by the Wolverines, but a nice base hit by Palombi has them in business at first base. So now that'll bring up number 2, the second baseman. That's Kara Kreitzer. Looking to see what she can do here. First pitch swinging, contact. This could be potential trouble. Nope, it's going to hang up long enough for the center fielder. Number 23, Juliana Ward. She'll make the catch for the second out. Kind of seen that the outfield here plays a little bit deeper than most, with it being 5A and 6A school. Sometimes you run into a little bit of trouble in the outfield. So that'll bring up the left fielder now, number 12. That's Jaden Olwine. First pitch outside for ball 1. Pitch there called a strike, makes the count even now 1-1. Just fouled off the tip there, makes the count 1-2. Ellwood City staying alive here. Runner at first, that being Palombi. With 2 outs here. Wolverines getting on base this inning twice now. Pitch there misses, makes the count now even 2-2. See a couple student athletes coming in for the baseball team for Ellwood City. Again, their game is set for tomorrow at 6:30. We were talking about how easy it is to spot them. You can actually see them in the background on your screen right now. That pitch misses there for ball 3 as Cam Mills walks across. If you're looking for Ellwood baseball kids, look for the bleached hair. Not frosted tips, just blondes. Got a couple of those down that first baseline as they will be in action tomorrow. Full count pitch. Could be a little bit of trouble here. Throw to first. No. By Main and plenty of time for the third out. So kind of following suit of the first 2 games. This one here, we'll head to the top of the third. Scoreless still here from North Allegheny High School. All right, folks, welcome back here. Nice play there at first there by Riley Prestapine as she makes the catch there for the first out of the third inning.
Now batting for McGuffey, the right fielder, number 9, Leanna Neff.
As we quickly move through this game here. Already the top of the third with 1 out. Pitch there called a strike. Pitch up high, evens the count 1-1 here. Pitch missing outside, makes the count now 2-1. McGuffey Highlanders, Section 3, third place team from that section there. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Having to play the likes of South Park in section play. Could see that potentially, South Park versus McGuffey if they win today. Pitch there called strike 3, so quickly Amber McQuistion dealing for the second out of the inning. So we'll head back to the top of the lineup here. Nicole Clages, first pitch swinging there. It's going to hang up long enough, but no play. Kind of on the track here on the foul territory. It'll fall, but it'll be foul. So that is a long journey for both the shortstop and left fielder. For Ellwood City, it's just a loud strike. Pitch fouled off yet again, straight back to first baseline. Makes the count now 0-2. Again, Amber McQuistion been pretty lights out for the Wolverines the past couple of years. She went over the 500 strikeout count before the regular season was over. And she is picking up where she left off yet again today. Overall record of 44-24 in her 4 seasons. Pitch up high for ball 2, makes the count even 2-2. Again, South Park, the number 1 seed. Number 3, Mount Pleasant move on. Ellwood City will play South Park if they win today. That one hit here, foul territory. It's going to hang back far enough behind the fence line. So that'll keep Clages alive here. As the sun continues to set here over right field. There is a baseball game being played right in front of us, top right corner of the screen as well. 2-2 pitch right there, called for the third strikeout. We'll get a strikeout count as we come back. You're watching Ellwood City Sports. McQuistion is dealing for the Wolverines, still scoreless, 0-0. Folks, welcome back here as we have a little bit of a break. We'll put up the lineup here for the Wolverines. Prestapine was leading off. Felino batting second. McQuistion, Beck, Levere, Palumbi, Kreitzer, Allwine, and Hoffman. This lineup has not changed for about 2 weeks now. It's just been positional changes. Again, Wolverines playing with only 10 roster players pretty much all season based upon the 2 injuries they have. So small roster, but a couple freshmen across the board making things happen. And here's one of them, Taylor Hoffman, one of the newbies of this team up at the plate. That off-speed pitch by Maine caught Hoffman early here. Don't see that very often, first pitch, and it was thrown there. So that make the count 0-1. That one outside evens the count piece 1-1. Score update, folks. The final other 3A score that we have other than this one being played here, final score from Seneca Valley High School. Keystone Oaks pulls off the upset of the number 2 seeded Mohawk Warriors. So it will be Keystone Oaks, the 7 seed, versus number 3 Mount Pleasant on the right side of the bracket. And in South Park versus one of these 2 teams in the Final Four. So Mohawk, unfortunately, eliminated. A little bit of a surprise there, and they ran into a good pitching duel there. A 2-0 game from Seneca Valley. What we're alluding to here is we got a good pitching duel here between Maine and McQuistion. Maine on the mound, 2-2 count. Off-speed pitch once again. A little bit out front was Hoffman for the first strikeout. We're looking at strikeout counts here. Maine coming in with 4 so far. McQuistion with 3. So that'll bring up the top of the lineup for the Wolverines. Number 25, the first baseman, Riley Prestapine. Her role has been changed dramatically throughout the season. One of the power hitters, kind of like the Aaron Lake of the baseball team here. She's going to swing for power. She's batting .219. That number's changed a little bit because of where she's been batting in the lineup. Pitch there, just a little bit out front, makes the count now 0-2. She fouled that one straight back. Again, those semifinal games will be played on Wednesday, barring any weather issues. And from the looks of it, we should be good for games this week, but you never know with Western PA weather. 1-2 count from Maine. Pitch outside, evens it now 2-2. Again, the meat of the lineup here for the Wolverines. Prestipine, Foligno, McQuistion, and Beck. Don't count out Levere. There's 4 or 5 players, kind of similar concept of last year where each one of them can hit for contact. 2-2 count. That one just missing on the outside edge, makes it full now, 3-2. If you're Miley Maine, it's 1 out, but you don't want to give up anything free here, especially when you're going to follow with Foligno and McQuiston next. Full count. That one misses for ball 4, so Wolverines have kind of started off back-to-back innings now with a walk to kind of fill that 1 out position.
The shortstop, number 15, Crystal Foligno.
So that'll bring up number 15, the shortstop, Crystal Foligno, batting .256 on the season, 10 hits with 5 RBIs. She's one of the speedsters on the team. She's got 2 triples for the Wolverines. While we're saying that, a bunt attempt there. They're going to call that she did go. She did commit, so it'll be strike 1, and the throw did get into right field, but no advancement. In fact, it went off the back edge of Prestipine. So no advancement there. A 1 count. Held back this time was Foligno, makes the count even now, 1-1. Prestipine not known necessarily as a runner starting off this lineup-wise, but anything out of the glove, Riley's going to test it. Down low, makes the count now 2-1. So back-to-back batters now for Miley Maine that she has fallen behind. 2-1 count here after the walk of Prestipine. Bunt shown yet again, pitch down low. Prestipine makes it back safe there at first. So 3-1 count here. Maine in trouble of back-to-back walks here, and Wolverines could be in business. Pitch up high for ball 4. So there you go, folks. Back-to-back walks. Ellwood City looking to be in business now. The second time today they get a runner at second.
Now batting for the Wolverines.
And that'll bring up, you guessed it, the pitcher, Amber McQuistion. We talked about it. She's been a 500 hitter this season, a 440 average in her 4-year career. The numbers are just ridiculous, and you don't necessarily want to throw to her, and it kind of shows right there. First pitch down low for ball 1. Lineup for Ellwood is pretty straightforward, but any walks here, and especially in the 3-hole with Amber McQuistion batting, you do not want to throw to her. Contact with Screamer. It's going to be line drive to center field, caught there. Tagging up is Prestipine. She'll make it there safe at third. So go down as an out in favor of the Highlanders, but the advance to third base. So Ellwood with 2 outs here will have runners first and third. The runner just 60 feet away from home plate here, and that'll bring up the center fielder, number 3, Alexis Beck. Alexis Beck 0 for 1 today so far. Off-speed pitch, catches Beck out in front for strike 1. Anytime that Miley has been in a jam, the off-speed pitch has thrown everybody off. Give credit to that change-up. High riser and just slows everybody down a little bit. That one outside for ball 1. And the defensive indifference there basically will advance the runner. Number 15, Crystal Felino, she'll advance to second base. So second and third, Highlanders won't be really worried about that. They're just going to try and get the third out here at home plate with the batter. 1-1 count. Contact there in the field of play. Throw to first in time for the third out. The Wolverines get a runner to third. Unfortunately, that's as far as it gets. We'll head to the fourth inning. Still scoreless here from North Allegheny High School. McGuffey 0, Ellwood City 0. All right, folks, welcome back here. Top of the fourth inning. Highlanders up at the plate here in a scoreless game, 0-0 through 3 innings. That number 3 is important. Only 3 hits in this one so far. Ellwood with 2 hits, 2 walks as well. And unfortunately, they have not done anything with it. McGuffey held in check with just 1 base hit. Line drive there. This could be trouble. It goes past the center fielder to the right side, going for 2. Throw comes in late. That'll be a double there by number 10, the shortstop, Courtney Badillion. She may be worth at least $1 million on that one. A double. She'll roll in, and the second base hit here for McGuffey in the early going. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Miley Main. Very similar lineup, just like the Wolverines, where the third batter of the lineup is the pitcher. Miley Main comes into play, batting .279, so just like the previous inning, a lot of trouble that could be halved out there for the Wolverines. Two pitches so far, both balls, so 2-0 count here. Question's going to have to kind of pick the strike zone. She'll just come right at you for strike 1. Contact there. This one's going to hang up for the center fielder. She'll make the catch. Tag comes in, throws, plenty of time. What a throw. What a play by the center fielder for the Wolverines. That's Alexis Beck. She makes that one count, and a double play. She'll make the catch and throw to third on the tag. Also give credit to Kaylee Palumbi setting that one up perfectly. Just like that, 2 gone, and McQuistion gets out of trouble, and now you can pitch right to her. That'll be the second baseman, number 21, Sydney Dobrzynski. First pitch, swinging, good contact, nice play by the second baseman for the Wolverines, Kara Kreitzer. Throw to first in time, and just like that, folks, an awesome 1-2-3 after the double inning for the Wolverines. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Still scoreless here from North Allegheny High School. You're watching Ellwood City Sports. Wolverines up the bat next. All right, folks, 3.5 innings have come and gone. We're at the halfway mark of this one, still scoreless between the number 4 and number 5 seed. 2 hits apiece, and that is it. That is the only blemish for both pitchers so far. Miley Main, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. For Amber McQuistion, she's got just 3 strikeouts and kind of keeping things in check. So at the plate is number 10. That's Kylie Levere, the catcher. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss there once again. Makes the count 0-2. Wolverines having a tough time reading the off-speed pitch. Levere, first time up. She was one of the individuals that walked. Miley Main sitting there at 61 pitches. No pitch count instructions or any issues here in softball. They can pitch as much as they want. That'll be different tomorrow. Baseball during playoffs, the max is 105. Pitch up high, makes the count even at 2-2. Again, these games are setting up for the semifinals that will be played or scheduled at least on Wednesday, 2 days from now. And then baseball in 3A, they play their games in the quarterfinals tomorrow, set up for Thursday. 2-2 count down low. Miley Main kind of missing here. She's, again, kind of flirting it here with another walk. She's got 3 so far, and it hasn't come back to bite her just yet, although the Wolverines' last inning did get a runner to third. Contact there. It's going to go foul by about 4 feet down that first baseline. Again, folks, do appreciate North Allegheny High School hosting this. They've hosted several games today. You can kind of see on your screen the right field there in the top right corner. They've got baseball and softball games going on. Pitch down low for ball 4, so that will put the batter at first. So Levere will take her second walk of the game. This time, though, with nobody out.
The third baseman, number 14, Kaylee Palombi.
So that'll bring up number 14, the third baseman, Kaylee Palombi, part of that double play that was made. As of right now, that may be the difference in this one. Pretty standard play, but play that needed to be halved by the Wolverines. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Again, that was a double right off the bat, first batter, and then double play. That is not made. McGuffey has 1 out and a runner at third. 0-1 count. Pitch there, catches the corner, cold strike. Makes the count 0-2. Throw it down the first, a little bit off line there. Levere not testing it right now. Assume that's going to be like that probably for a little bit with the 1 pickoff a couple innings ago. 0-2 pitch from Maine. Outside, makes the count 1-2. Again, the final scores across the board, the teams that move on, the number 1 seeded South Park Eagles, they won 2-0. Upset by the other Golden Eagles. Keystone Oaks defeated Mohawk 2-0. And then the final score between Burrell and Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant, the number 3 seed, moves on with a 9-4 comeback win there as well. So the number 1, number 7, number 3 teams move on. These 2 teams looking to be that final 4. 2-2 count. Outside for ball 3. Again, trouble by Miley Main, back-to-back here. For states, they take the top 3 teams. So if you make the Final Four, you're still not guaranteed the state playoffs either. It's a full count here to Palombi. Levere at first. 3-2 count with nobody out. Pitch there, swung at for strike 3, and a big out there. As that one is thrown away, that's going to go out of play. So I think that's going to, advance the runner. So it's going to be a dead ball as the ball goes out of the first baseline. It goes off the glove of the first baseman. And now that will put Levere at second with 1 out. It's an unfortunate play there. I mean, throw is right there. Just goes right off the glove, off the side shoulder, and goes out of play right to the baseball team there for the Wolverines. As we see Ethan Morrison for Beaver County Times down there as well, taking some photos. So the Wolverines will be back in business here. Runner at second with 1 out. Bunt attempt there shown and called for the strike. That's number 2, the second baseman, Kara Kreitzer. 0 for 1 today, just looking to potentially advance the runner over. A 1 pitch. Punch there. Going to be play to first in time, so the batter is out at first, that being Kara Kreitzer, but the runner will advance to third now with 2 outs. So Levere at third, 2 outs here. That'll bring up number 12, the left fielder, Jaden Allwine. And folks, you just got to be careful behind the plate. Any ball past the catcher could be trouble. Let's see what else he has here. We'll see if Allwine with a little bit more speed here to try to just punch something up through the middle. Infielders for Highlanders playing deep. That one up high for ball 2. Just a check on the runner. Levere kind of force her back to the base. Kind of a little bit of a cat and mouse game going on here. Two-0 count for Maine. That one down low for ball 3. Throw there, and they get the runner cutting home, and she will be tagged out. Unfortunate play there. Wolverine softball team looking for a little bit of an advance there. Unfortunately, Levere gets caught napping. She goes home, and unfortunately, she will be out at home. Wow. So just like that, folks, Wolverines the second time today get a runner at third, but are unfortunately not able to capitalize. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Still scoreless here. Both teams sitting there at 0. All right, folks, welcome back here. Top of the 5th inning. Highlanders up to the plate. First pitch swing. Second baseman throw to first in time by Kara Kreitzer, and a 1 pitch out for Amber McQuistion. As both these pitchers are dealing.
Now batting for McGuffey.
And
The left fielder, number 16, Kelly.
tell you what, folks, this game is just rolling right along. It's only been an hour, and we're already in the 5th inning. First pitch swing and a miss for strike 1. So Mara Janovic shut down there at first. That'll bring up number 16, the left fielder, Callie Franks. 0 for 1 today. Pitch up high, swung and a miss. That makes the count now 0-2. McQuistion dealing all of a sudden here, making things happen. 0-2 count. That one up high and outside for ball 1. McQuistion sitting there with 53 pitches thrown. Playing to the vest, 53 pitches. You're talking 10 pitches per inning. That one up high yet again, makes the count now even 2-2. Contact there, fouled. Back up and over, and it went into the baseball field. And any time that that does happen, they actually have to have a conversation about that. Any foul ball that goes up in the baseball, fielder is supposed to put his hands up and show that it's in foul play. Swing and miss there for strike number 3, and the 4th strikeout by McQuistion gives us 2 gone here in the top of the 5th. So 2 outs here. First pitch swinging, fouled back. That is number 23, Juliana Ward, the center fielder. So far, nothing too fancy by both teams here. That's been the trend of the day for most of the baseball and softball games. It's been taking at least 3 to 4 innings for somebody to do some damage. Here, though, we're in the 5th, and both teams sitting there with only 2 hits. 0-2 count from McQuistion. Pop fly there. It's going to be a play in foul territory. Glove there. Oh, unfortunately dropped in foul territory by Palumbi, but good attempt there. Still will be foul ball. And that will keep Ward alive here at the plate. 0-2 count. Pitch outside for ball 1. As the lights officially come on as we cross the bottom of the hour, 8:31 local time. Sun officially down, but still not giving us a breather, as we are still up over 80 degrees here as that count goes even, 2-2. From McQuistion. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The 5th strikeout of the evening by McQuistion. Lady Wolverines continuing the duel here with the Highlanders. We head to the bottom of the 5th, scoreless here from North Allegheny High School. All right, folks, welcome back here. Bottom of the 5th inning, still only 2 hits apiece in a 0-0 ball game. That'll bring up Jaden Altwine to the plate for the Wolverines. She gets ahead here 1-0. Wolverines haven't really hit the ball too much, but they have made some trouble at the plate. Miley Main with 4 walks and back-to-back innings where they get a runner to the 3rd. Unfortunately for Ellwood City, they just haven't had that one extra play to get the runner home and take the lead here. 1-1 count for Maine. Swing and a miss there by Allwine. Makes the count now 1-2. Again, both these teams looking to advance to the Final Four of 3A bracket. That one just missing. Makes the count now even 2-2. Two from Maine. Up high, makes count full, and this is unfortunately the trap she has kind of fallen into. The leadoff hitter, back-to-back innings, a 3-2 count. Allwine looking to get on base for the 4th inning in a row for Ellwood. That one down low. They're going to call a 3rd strike. Oof, that's a tough one from Allwine. That's one where you almost wish you would take a couple steps to first base and kind of sell it. But a good strike out there by Miley Main for the first out of the inning.
For the Wolverines, the right fielder, number 18, Taylor Hoffman.
So I'll bring up the right fielder, number 18, Taylor Hoffman. 0 for 1 today. Looking to get something going here for Ellwood City. Contact there. It's in the field of play. It's going to drop for a base hit. First pitch swinging by Hoffman, so she'll get on. And again, that's been a trend. Whenever Miley Main and the Highlanders have gotten out, the Wolverine batter has gotten back on base.
To the top of the order for the Wolverines.
So that'll put Hoffman at first. And this could be some trouble here as the Wolverines will turn back to the top of the lineup. Again, the power hitter. She's hit a couple home runs in her career. Number 25, the first baseman, Riley Prestapine. Right now, if you're a Wolverine fan, you're just looking to make contact and get on base. Good, decent crowd here of Wolverine fans. They're all over. Some still out here in left field with the crowd near the concession stands. That one fouled off once again. Ellwood baseball team down the first baseline. Taking this one in, knowing that they have some similar battle tomorrow. They'll be taking on the Burrell Buccaneers, an upstart team, a team that only had like 5 wins just a couple years ago. And, man, they have completely flipped around their program the past couple of years. They're looking for their first WPIAL title since the 70s. That one fouled back, makes count 1-2. We'll talk more about that one obviously tomorrow, and we'll be on the air for that one. That one will be on Ellwood City Sports, 6:30 at Pullman Park. It'll be Brad and Keith Keller on the call tomorrow. I would say be ready, have your popcorn ready, and be ready for a good one tomorrow. Pitch there, fouled off yet again. I think the girl there at the home plate retrieving all these foul balls may have earned herself a nice little beverage at the end of this one. Maybe there's some shaved ice. She's been running left and right down that first baseline. 1-2 punch through the middle here. We'll see if the throw is the second in time. Not at first, though. So they'll get the force out at Hoffman at second for the second out. Runner does advance there to first. So that'll be 2 outs in the inning with the runner at first. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 15, Crystal Felino. 0 for 1 today. That's pretty much most of the individuals today. Again, Ellwood with just 3 hits on the game. Highlanders with 2. First pitch there, catches the corner for strike 1. Again, Miley Main, last time she pitched, she had a complete game or a full game against the Hopewell Vikings. Pretty one-sided victory there. Well, they did make it close at the end, 7, I believe that was 7-4, but Miley Main went the distance and had 12 strikeouts in that one. So far today, she has 6. 1-1 count from Miley. Outside makes count now in favor of the batter, Felino, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Called, strikes, it drops in, makes count even now, 2-2. Felino unfortunately doesn't like that one, but she'll get some instructions from Coach Rosansky and have to set up here with a 2-2 count, 2 outs, runner at first. Wolverines looking to try and do something here in a scoreless game. Down low, called, third strike. Haven't seen too many of those, but that one was right there. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning in a scoreless game. You're watching Ellwood City Sports. McGuffey 0, Ellwood 0 as well. All right, folks, and welcome back here to the 6th inning. Highlanders up at the plate. First pitch swing right to the second baseman, Kreitzer, to throw to first in time. So just like that, that's been the theme. Back-to-back innings. Kara Kreitzer to throw to first for the first out on one pitch to start the 5th and now to start the 6th. So Henderson is retired. That'll bring up number 9, Leanna Neff, the right fielder for the Highlanders. 0 for 1. Bunt attempt there. It's going to go foul here. As Palumbi picks it up in foul territory down that third baseline. So all that for an 0-1 count. As the sun has officially set it here. Lights are on for the baseball softball game. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, jammed up high and inside. Give credit to McQuistion. She is dealing. Kind of standing there hoping and that her teammates can help her out. 0-2 outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3 as McQuistion continues the deal, folks. I believe that will now be her, I want to say, 6th strikeout of the game. Both these pitchers are dealing. So we'll go back to the top of the lineup. That'll be the catcher, number 3, Nicole Klages. 1 for 2. First pitch swinging. Goes back to the glove, McQuistion. She throws the first in. Plenty of time as Klages goes down, sliding into the base. She quickly gets back up. She looks okay. So the out is made there at first from McQuistion to Prestapine as Klages unfortunately falls through the baseline. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Still scoreless here. 3 hits for Wolverines, just 2 for the Highlanders. You're watching Ellwood City Sports 3A WPIAL High School Softball Quarterfinals on ECS. All right, folks, welcome back here to North Allegheny High School. We have a pitcher's duel once again going on in this one. 3 hits for the Wolverines, just 2 for McGuffey, but Miley Main and Amber McQuistion will have to duel once again as Amber McQuistion's at the plate. First pitch there drops in up high for ball 1. Amber McQuistion has been a contact hitter. She's had 5 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run this year, so she is an extra base hit individual, batting over 500 on the season. That one this time right there on the outside edge makes count even 1-1. Kind of seen this before where all it takes is one pitch to make something happen. That pitch there drops on the off speed once again. McQuistion out front makes it count 1-2. Outside evens the count 2-2. Again, both these teams are playing to the semifinals as South Park defeated Avonworth 2-0. Good pitching duel there as well. The game slated for Wednesday, barring any weather. On the opposite side, it will be the upset Golden Eagles, the Keystone Oaks, upsetting Mohawk. They'll be playing number 3 Mount Pleasant in the opposing semifinal. Contact there. It's going to be fouled down the first baseline. That's the farthest one we've seen today. Good contact, and makes you wonder, depending on how much heat there was today, what the wind and the air is going to do to make that ball travel today. Full count pitch. Misses up high for ball 4, so leadoff walk there puts Amber McQuistion at first, and now you kind of makes you wonder, do you try to play some small ball here or possibly swing away? So center fielder number 3, Alexis Beck, will come in. See what she can do here. 0 for 2, and makes you just wonder if she's going to potentially show bunt to start us off. Nope, she is swinging. Pitch up high for ball 1. Beck, one of the better batters for average for the Wolverines, so sometimes you don't want to give up that opportunity, especially with nobody out. One pitch up high makes it count 2-1 in favor of Beck. Bunt attempt shown. Good bunt attempt there. Throw to go to first in time, but McQuistion will be advanced to second, so Beck gets the job done. 1 out here, and McQuistion now at second. So that'll bring up the speedster, Kylie Levere, number 10, the catcher. Last time she was on offense, she made it to third base and got caught down in that rundown. Was eventually tagged out at home. First pitch outside for ball 1. So 3 straight batters in a row. Miley Main has fallen behind 1-0 in the inning. Bunt attempt shown again. She does go. That'll make the count even 1-1. Give credit to the catcher there, Nicole Klages. She just grabbed that and made sure that McQuistion did not advance farther. So 1-1 count, 1 out. McQuistion at second. Here's the pitch for Maine. Drops in there for a call, strike on the outside edge, makes it now 1-2. Now you got to get your situational hitting going on here. So you look for Levere to maybe try to punch something to that first baseline, maybe get McQuistion to third. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there are 2 gone for the Wolverines. So give credit to Miley Maine, giving up that first runner walk by McQuistion, back-to-back outs. So that'll bring up Kaylee Palumbi, the third baseman for the Wolverines, number 14. 1 for 2 today. So she has seen a pitch that she can hit here off of Maine. Contact back through the middle. Base hit goes underneath the glove of the shortstop, and that will plate the first run. And on top of it, the runner is safe at second. A tough play by the shortstop. It went underneath the glove of number 10, Courtney Badillion. Oh, what a tough play there on defense. But either way, it'll plate the first run of the game. Give credit there to Kaylee Palumbi, basically advancing the runner, and she'll take over at second. So there's more to be had here with 2 outs. So that'll go down officially, unfortunately, as an error. That one is in the field of play. Throw here to first. Not in time. Safe there is Kara Kreitzer on the excuse me swing for a base hit, and that'll advance the runner to third. So now first and third. And we were talking about it up here in the press box. All it takes is maybe 1 or 2 events strung together. A walk comes back to burn the Highlanders after a base hit, and then an error advancement. A little bit of small ball here being played by the Lady Wolverines. And they can add to it. First and third with 2 outs. It's a tough play to be made there by the shortstop. Nonetheless, it's unfortunate that it goes underneath the glove. Playing on dirt here, you never know how much that ball will bounce into the glove. Down low again, and quickly the batter gets ahead 2-0, and that being Jaden Allwine. Again, anything punched out of the infield will plate at least another run. 2-0 count, contact there, fouled back. So 2-1 count, 2 outs. Again, that scoring run was based off of a walk and an error in the inning. And the sac bunt to get the runner to second. 2-1 count. Right there makes the count even 2-2. Kara Kreitzer gets a base hit, so the 4th hit of the game. She'll also take second now on the defensive indifference there. Again, McGuffey not worried about the runner at second. They're just worried about the batter here with a 2-2 count. Down low makes it now full, 3-2. Big opportunity here for Jaden Allwine and the Wolverines. Second and third, 3-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Maine. Contact there, fouled off, and we'll see another one. Three-two count once again from Miley Maine. Right there. It's going to be considered a walk, so it's going to be a walk. The bases are loaded. As Allwine kind of holds it there, it just misses. And the pitcher Miley Main comes down to question the pitch there, and she's going to walk back to the circle, just disgusted with that call there. And it's going to be bases loaded now for the Wolverines with 2 outs, and that'll bring up number 18, Taylor Hoffman. She's 1 for 2 today, so anything in the field of play could be big. Right there, back up the middle, base hit by Hoffman. They'll send the 3rd run. It comes across, and it's now 3-0 Wolverines. What a play by Hoffman, a base hit just where she hit the last time. We'll play 2 runs, a 2 RBI run, and it's now 3-0 Lady Wolverines. And it looks like we're going to have time called here. We'll see if we have a pitching change by McGuffey as head coach. I think it's actually assistant coach there. Bill Franks, Pete Janovich, Danielle Lucas, and Carly Pettit coaching the Highlanders here. Look to see if there's any pitching change. And it looks like we are officially going to have that, folks. So we have a pitching change here on the mound. And check that. I don't think we're actually having a pitching change. Nope. I think we just got instructions there. Nope. Miley Main is staying there. So number 22, Miley Main still pitching here. Just a long time out to try and talk the defense up here a little bit. First pitch swinging, tough play here. Throw to first in time for the outs. And I don't think they're going to call anything there on the runner. Yep. No question from Rosansky is they'll take the 3 runs, so that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Lady Wolverines strike for 3. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Got to be last minute, late night, 7th inning heroics by the Highlanders. If not, their season is over. We'll come back here with the 7th inning, folks, here on Ellwood City Sports. Lady Wolverines up 3 on McGuffey. All right, folks, welcome back here. Last chance opportunity for the Highlanders. In the top of the 7th, they're going to have to score 3 runs at least to keep their season hopes of a WPIAL title alive. At the plate is the shortstop, number 10, Courtney Badalion. She is ahead, 2-0 in the count. Badalion has hit off of McQuistion this year and last year. Swing and a miss there, makes the count 2-1. Both these pitchers have kind of gotten right back onto the mound pretty fast. This past inning was the longest of the night as the Lady Wolverines strike for 3. And pitch misses there, makes the count now 3-1. For Ellwood City, they are just 3 outs away from the Final 4. Here's the pitch from McQuistion. Swing and a miss, makes the count full now, 3-2. Full count pitch from McQuistion. Right there, but up high for ball 4, so that'll plate Badalion at first. So good bounce back here to start the inning by Courtney Badalion, taking over first base. So up next is the pitcher, number 22, Miley Main, and we'll see what she can do. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. You can tell that frustration from the last inning. See if she can turn around and use that to her benefit here. 0-1 count. Contact there. It's going to be fouled over the dugout of the first baseline. Makes count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch misses outside. First ball of the at-bat. Quishin methodically 77 pitches thrown today so far. Contact there. Once again, foul out of play. First baseline makes count 1-2 still. Wiley Main 0 for 2 today, but one of the contact hitters here for the Highlanders. That one this time in the field of play right to the pitcher, Amber McQuistion. She'll come right down about 3 feet off of the home plate area, make the pop fly out for out number 1. A lot of times you like your catch to make that play, but we also know Amber McQuistion, the senior there, she will tell Kylie Levere, the other senior, hey, I got this one. As head coach Gary Rosansky comes out and gives a little coaching here on defense-wise with the runner at first. 1 out here. Again, Gary Rosansky took over this program over 20 years ago, and since they have taken over with the Rosansky group and the family here, they have won 67% of their games. A couple WPIAL titles along the way and looking to get back there. It's been a little bit since the previous one, but big opportunity here today to get to the semis. First pitch there called for the strike. As that is number 21, the second baseman, Sydney Dobrinski at the plate. Contact there. That is in the field of play down the foul line. Caught there by the first baseman, Riley Prestapine. So there are 2 gones, which leaves the Highlanders down to their last out opportunity here in the 7th. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 32, Mara Janovic. Last chance opportunity here for the Highlanders. First pitch, contact in the field of play. Possibly, gonna go right against the dugout here. Catcher Kylie Levere trying to make a play there. Unfortunately, it's going to fall to the ground, so just strike number 1. Janovic 0 for 2 today. Not worried about that, just worried about keeping things rolling on the bases. 0-1 count. Up high, makes it even 1-1. As the players start to see some shadows here in the field of play as we have crossed the 9 o'clock local time here. Pitch up high and outside again, makes the count 2-1. Wolverines know that McQuistion just needs 1 out to get out of this and make the Final Four. A trip to take on the number 1 seeded South Park Eagles. Contact there, base hit. Nice play there to keep it in front by Allwine in left field. So advance the runners to first and second now. And the tying run comes to the plate for the Highlanders. And that will be the left fielder, number 16, Kaylee Franks. See what Callie can do here. 0 for 2 today. Getting a little extra coaching there from coaching staff. I want to say that would be probably the father, Bill Franks, down there on the third baseline. First pitch up high for ball 1. So runners first and second. McQuistion's not too worried about the runners here. She knows those don't really hurt. It's just need to get that 3rd out. There's the pitch right down through the middle. McQuistion says, have at it, and a swing and a miss, strike 1. One from McQuistion. Off-speed pitch. They say that the batter does go and cross the plane, so that'll make the count 1-2. As the coach for Highlanders voicing his opinion, does not like that call. 1-2 for McQuistion. Up high, and that'll even it now, 2-2. 2-2 count, 2 outs here. McQuistion just needs one more. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the third and final out. As that will end the ball game here, folks. The Lady Wolverines victorious 3-0 over the number 5 seeded McGuffey Highlanders. It took a while. It took literally 2 hours to get us here and 6 innings until the Lady Wolverines finally struck gold with 3 runs that come across. That makes the difference here. Another pitching gem from Amber McQuistion. She goes the distance, holds the Highlanders offense in check. In fact, to just 3 base hits. So, folks, we'll take one quick timeout here. We'll come back and do a recap of the box score, and we'll wrap things up here from North Allegheny High School. We'll take one break, and we'll come back. Final score, Wolverines 3, Highlanders nothing. You're watching Ellwood City Sports. All right, folks, welcome back here. Final score from North Allegheny High School. The Ellwood City Lady Wolverines victorious as the number 4 seed. They defeat the number 5 seeded McGuffey Highlanders 3-0 in a pitching duel that was pretty darn good up till the very end here. Got to give credit to number 22, Miley Main, for the Highlanders, holding the Wolverines in check, only giving up 5 hits in the game, spreading out those 5 hits to the point where Wolverines could not get one across. There was a couple times in the second and third innings where Ellwood City did get a runner to third but could not score. It took to the 6th inning a walk by Amber McQuistion, a sac bunt over by the next batter, that being Alexis Beck, puts Amber McQuistion at second. A hard ground ball that stays flat underneath the glove of the second baseman that was contacted there by Kaylee Palumbi makes things happen. It'll go down, unfortunately, as an error, but Amber McQuistion will round second, go into third, and go right into home plate and score the first and the game-winning run of this one in the 6th inning. Wolverines not done after that. A couple base hits at the bottom of the lineup, and we're going to give a big shout-out, and in fact, it may not necessarily be the MVP of the game, but we're going to give the all-star play towards Taylor Hoffman, number 18, the right fielder for the Lady Wolverines, at the bottom of the lineup, 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs, and she made things happen and kind of kept the Wolverines offense on pace. Not only did she score or give the RBI double and score 2 runs, but more importantly, she gave a little bit of some wiggle room for the Lady Wolverines, adding the second and third runs. But with Amber McQuistion pitching, folks, you just need one, and that is enough. And talk about the pitching gem of Amber McQuistion. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits given up, 1 walk, and adds 7 more strikeouts. She now officially sits there with 512 in her career, and she continues to pick up where she left off from last year, doing some pretty good things. And more importantly, she picks up her 45th win in her career. And then ultimately, it advances the Lady Wolverines. We'll put it up on the screen one last time here, folks. If we're talking about the bracket-wise, we now know who our final 4 teams will be in softball 3A for WPIALs. We're going to put that up on your screen now officially. We can advance. The number 1 seeded team, South Park, they advanced, beating Avonworth 2-0. Ellwood City Wolverines now know who they'll take on. They'll take on the Eagles on Wednesday with today's 3-0 win. Mohawk upsetted by Keystone Oaks, so the number 7 team moves on with a 2-0 victory, and Mount Pleasant holds on with a 9-4 victory over Burrell. So it'll be South Park, Ellwood City, Keystone Oaks, and Mount Pleasant for the title. And folks, one last thing before we go, we want to do once again a big shout out to our donations and our fans that have helped us throughout the year. A big, big appreciation from the likes of Kelly, who's done a lot of things there for baseball in the press box, as well as the concession stand. Matthew Lowther, John Biscup, Aurora Landscape and Design by Devin Hudspath, Morella Benzik's law firm. Matt Morella is there as well. And then on top of it as well, we'll include the couple at the bottom here. We tack on the Boker family, the Biondi family, and then Toman Funeral Home, adding some more money there to help us make this happen. We do appreciate those fans once again on Ellwood City Sports. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night, folks. We've got baseball at Pullman Park, 6:30, as the number 3 seeded Ellwood City Wolverines baseball team will take on the number 11 Burrell Buccaneers. You can watch that live on Ellwood City Sports starting at 6:30 at Pullman Park tomorrow night. On behalf of Ellwood City Sports, final score one more time from North Allegheny. The Lady Wolverines victorious over the McGuffey Highlanders 3-0, and they will move on to the semifinals on Wednesday. Good night, folks, and we'll see you tomorrow night from Pullman Park.